Hello and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast and Reiki recap for this week. So I've just finished up sending out the distance Reiki to the group that's on my list. So the collective energy is going to be infused into this reading as well as the information that we're getting from the cards. So in general, the message this week is to stop overthinking and start overdoing, but not overdoing, just doing. The energy of the body is a blockage in the third eye and a slight awakening in the solar plexus. So that's telling me that we're going to gain much more confidence from actually doing the things that we want to do than just over planning them and overthinking them in our heads. So we're stalling the process of embracing and fully stepping into our power by trying to feel like we have to have everything planned out before we act. And so this week is about action. That being said, we have an interesting contrast in what the cards are telling us, but it actually really supports what we're saying. It just gives it a slightly different tone to the message. Because the card that we've pulled for this week, the energy is the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is a card of non-action. It's a card of meditating, of going within, of allowing yourself to be distanced from the outside world so that you can get clarity on your next actions. So while this is a card of stillness rather than immediate action, I think that this period of stillness is going to be rather brief, and it's simply a time for us to really tap into that higher self energy, that clarity within, so that when we do take those actions this week, we're taking the right actions. So rather than overthinking and over planning, the goal is to meditate on it and act on what comes through in a short 5 to maybe 20-minute meditation. So I would say try and meditate every day and set the intention that your meditations are gonna set your action plan for the day. And when you come out of that meditation, write down anything that came through for you, any impulses, the things that you really, really passionately wanted to work on, and keep it in the day. It doesn't have to be the thing that you work on for the rest of the week. It can be the thing that you work on that day super passionately, and then the next day your meditation might tell you to do something different, and you just have to trust in the unfolding and trust in the timing of these impulses. And the best card that comes into play to help with that is our advice card, which is the Father of Swords. So the Father of Swords is a card of fierce intellect and fair analysis of a situation. So the Swords family is very much about putting aside our emotional attachments and our emotional reactions to things and really looking at the situation for what it is. Sort of a Spock-like, very analytical, this is what's happening here and this is the action that needs to be taken. And that's going to be used in combination with the clarity that you find in your meditation. So as you find that clarity of what you passionately want to work on throughout the day, your Father of Swords energy is going to come in and help you to keep that passion that you tapped into in your meditation, but really find the most profitable and the most energy efficient ways to go about acting upon those passions. And as a final little gift for this week's reading, I pulled a card from the Bad Bitch Affirmations because Gabrielle Rosie is in town and I'm fangirling hard on everything that she's doing. And the card that we pulled is super in alignment with being able to take action on your passions and be less in overthinking mode, because it is. Bad bitches do whatever the fuck they want. So on that note, go do that. Have a very active and productive week, and I look forward to hearing from you what it is that you're going to be working on. If you want on the Distance Reiki list for Sundays and you're not on there yet, you can head over and DM me just a unicorn emoji, and that's my sign to put you on the list. And if you would like to support these readings and everything else that I do for free online, you can head over to patreon.com/Michelle Shea. And if you head over now, later today, I'll be posting the March tarot scopes for my Patreon members, so you can get a little insight as to what the tarot cards have to say for your zodiac sign for the entire month of March. As always, I hope you're having a really beautiful week, and I hope that you utilize this energy and advice to your advantage.